Hey guys, finally I'm back after a long time. I took a small break, a lot of changes happening. I hope you kind of see a change in the production quality as well. Not that I have become better at production, but I'm trying to pay my way out of it by getting better equipment, honestly. I have been a great advocate about the Google Assistant and how it's used, how much it can be used, about the quality on life improvements it can bring, and what all it is possible. And you can have your mini home automation for yourself if you want to as well. And that's what I'm here to talk about. But an essential part of it has come down to a multi-purpose kind of an IoT product, in my opinion, which is the smart speaker. So I've been using a couple of Google Assistant enabled smart speakers, and here are the two of them. Okay, one of them is the most beloved, probably the Mi Home smart speaker, and the other one is the very tiny but a very compelling Google Nest Mini. Now make sure it's very confusing, especially in the Google lineup, about the nomenclature and the names they have assigned, unfortunately. But yeah, these two are probably the most affordable and the go-to options if you want to start out with smart speakers. There are a lot of differences among these smart speakers in terms of mostly sound quality, and thankfully not in terms of the Google Assistant functionality. And whenever you are a consumer, you obviously do have a set expectation that, you know, when you're buying a smart speaker, it should not be just for the smart part of it, but it should act as a good enough speaker as well. And that's what I'm here to talk about. Anyway, before we move on, why don't you drop a like, hit subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notifications for when I bring you such weird videos. So anyway, this is Shreyas after a long time, and let's check that out. Now let's come to the design. Now I think this has to be one of the biggest deciders when you are going for a smart home speaker. Again, because it essentially becomes an element, because these are not really things that you can hide and, you know, kind of conceal, because it becomes a part of your household eventually. But yeah, I think that's where the Nest Mini does a very good job. It is really small, it has a very neutral color, and it blends into most of the places in your house. It comes in another colorway, if I'm correct, it's called chalk. The next thing I want to talk about is pricing. Now, it might seem odd that I'm talking about these two speakers and comparing them, because if you see, the usual price of the Nest Mini is around 4,000 rupees, and that's an insane amount of money for what this has to offer, apart from aesthetics and convenience and the form factor maybe. I actually made a video before, you can check it out in the card over here, that how you can get these for a steal. I got it bundled with a smart bulb as well from Smidge, and it's working out pretty well. I actually have one turned on behind me, and if you can see the hair light, that's the smart bulb on, and it's of 9 watts. So I got these effectively for somewhere under 2,200 rupees each. And that's where it competes with the Mi Home speaker, because this, I believe, was launched for around 3,000 rupees. You can get it for a bit less. And again, this I have gotten free, and I'll probably cover it in another video later on, how I managed to get this for free. But yeah, I mean, that's how I am coming to the comparison of these two. So I think you should really keep your eyes out about the pricing and make your purchase decisions accordingly. Now, moving on, I think the design choices are going to be very obvious for whoever's buying. This takes a larger footprint, and not just that, a larger volume as well. It does have good things going for it, and it tries to make the most of its volume, which is a good thing, and I do appreciate. It is made out of metal, the grill is made out of metal, but the top portion and the bottom part is made out of plastic. Now the problem with both of these is that they have their own proprietary plugs with a 12-volt cable, and the cable this Mi Home speaker comes with is not really the nicest in quality. And that's the only complaint I have in terms of design. But yeah, if you have to see in terms of sheer size and volume it occupies in your space, that is something to consider. And that's where this one excels. This is such a nice form factor. I really love it. I mean, this is really light as well. Another part which I do want to mention is that you can hang these, because you have part over here where you can just hang it off a nail on the wall, and the plug is actually very unique. It's round in shape, but it could cause some problems depending on where you install it and what distances you have between adjacent plugs. So that's something to keep in mind. But overall, this looks way nicer in my opinion. It blends in a way more, and if you really want to hide it, it is easier if it is the Nest Mini. Alright. So another thing is, on the physical front, it has a physical switch on the back for muting the mic, which is a bit tough in some scenarios depending on where you place it in your house. But over here you have capacitive touch buttons on the top of the Mi Home speaker, and here you have a similar capacitive button for muting the mic as well. Not just that, you have volume up, down and play pause control with 4 of these buttons, and it really works out very well. And now, if you're like me and you do not like or do not remember to clean your devices very often, then this will catch way more dust, because this has a large top area to catch dust as well. And while cleaning it, it will be a problem because it has capacitive buttons and not physical buttons which you have pressed into. A very feather-like touch is enough to trigger the buttons on top. So it's better probably to disconnect it and then clean it and keep it. Whereas this is way more older in my house and it has no signs of dust, or even if there is, you can't really see it, and it looks good as new, honestly, and I really appreciate it. It's almost like zero maintenance in my opinion, and especially if you keep it somewhere hanging up top, nobody's gonna observe it as well, so that's a great bonus in my opinion. The next thing is about the lights. Now the Google Nest Mini comes with fancy 4 dots on the top, and when it boots up it comes in the Google colors as well, which looks really nice. Whereas the Mi Home speaker comes with a light bar on the top, so it lights up in blue color, and when the mics are muted it turns red automatically. It's not bright enough to disturb you while the lights are off if it's in your bedroom as well. So that's a nice thing. But in terms of subtle lighting but very obvious ones, this is way nicer. Talking of touch controls, as I spoke over here, even this has capacitive touch points. For volume up and down, you can do so. The main thing which is very important is the sound quality. Now there are 2 parts to it. Since I have a couple of both of these, so I have 2 of the Mi Home speaker and 2 of the Nest Mini. And here's where it will differ a bit based on whether you're using them individually or you're using it as a stereo pair. And here I would like to spend some more time, so hang in there. The results are not really what you expect. So individually, I believe that if you see in terms of sheer volume, the Mi Home speaker is way better. The volume is way more, and yeah, although I felt that the bass would be a lot more on this, it's not really a lot more from the Nest Mini, honestly, and that's something I would ask you to keep in mind if form factor comes into the picture. Again, if I talk about the Nest Mini now, the volume is less, but in my opinion, the clarity in this, the mids and the highs are really well maintained in the Nest Mini, even in comparison with the Mi Home speaker. But if you want a louder speaker and you're using it, individually, then I would definitely recommend the Mi Home speaker. But if you care about the sound quality, then I would go towards the Nest Home Mini. And for a room like this room, which is 100 square feet, it is enough at the highest volume and there is no distortion. Whereas there's a very slight distortion in the Mi Home speaker. Now I'm not sure if this is in my unit because I tried them individually on both the units I have, and there is a slight distortion and it felt like something was a bit loose inside. Also, I feel what contributes to it is the metal mesh over here. This I feel has more of a tendency to vibrate, and that's why the distortion is there at 100% volume. But otherwise it's really good. Even at 80% volume, it's a bit louder than the Nest Mini, but not by as much you would expect given the size. Now the story really changes, at least to me, when they are paired up in a stereo pair. Now to be very clear, again, I have paired 2 Nest Minis together and 2 of the Mi speakers together. So it's not like I'm combining both of them and getting a bad result. So when I play the Nest Mini in a stereo pair, The volume thing is just gone away. When I go to my living room as well, which is a larger space, it is not an issue at all. It is very loud, the clarity is retained, and in the Google Home app you can tweak a bit. I tend to turn up the bass completely because the bass is lacking in this comparatively, but if you put up the bass, it really becomes a good set of speakers. Now on the contrary, this has some odd thing. Now I have two Mi speakers in a stereo pair. I found the results to be a bit underwhelming in terms of sound quality because the mids get really ruffled up, like they become very muddy. The clarity further decreases and the distinction between the Google Nest Mini and the Mi Home speaker becomes more evident. Now, this does not happen when it's being played individually and not paired up with another Mi speaker. This was the odd thing, and I've tried pairing them multiple times and resetting both of them, and this issue persists. So I'm pretty sure that this is how it is. So if you're planning to get a pair of speakers, then I would definitely recommend to go for the Nest Mini, and even if it is priced a bit higher, I think it's worth your money in that case. But if you're using individually in one room, I would definitely be okay with the Mi Home speaker, but not when you're buying two of them to pair them up. I'm not really happy. In most genres of music, it is not really cutting it for me. Whereas bass heavy music won't be that enjoyable, but anything with instrumentals, vocals, and even a lot of pop songs really play out well. You will probably feel a lack of bass, but the clarity is so good and the volume goes up so high in a stereo pair that it really covers up, and I feel that it's a good enough compromise because the sound stage is way more distinct. And I personally enjoy that. So yeah, another thing. So I made a very foolish decision of thinking that I could have smart speakers as studio monitors for my PC back there. So that was my biggest mistake. Why? Because first of all, these do not have any headphone jack with itself from which you can route it to any other device. But the problem that came up every time is the lag. The latency of using it in Bluetooth mode with my PC was just horrible. These are really not cutting it. I'm not sure about the Bluetooth versions on these speakers, but the latency is too much. It's as high as a second or a bit more than a second, and I've tried it multiple times. So yeah, that's been kind of it about the comparison between the Mi Home speaker and the Google Nest Mini. I feel both of these are a very good option and you can go for them. I have tried to make it as easy as possible to distinguish and make your choice as per your priorities. That's been it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video, which is gonna be a bit more interesting, and I'll give you a background story of how I got these Mi speakers, a couple of them for free. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video.